Hello everyone, welcome to this new tutorial. Today I will be showing you how to animate your character using a Spritesheet and Blendtree. So we can go from this to this. Also, before we start, I will be using the same project from my last video, the movement tutorial. So I'm going to assume that you have a player with sprites and a basic movement. If you don't, make sure to check the last video. I will leave you a link in the description. Okay, let's start by creating a new folder. We will name it animations, and inside of this folder we need to create an animator controller. So right click, create animator controller, and we will name it player movement. After that, we need to create an animator in our player. So we go to player, add component, we look for animator, and now we just drag the controller that we created inside of the animator. If we now open the controller, we will see the animator view. And for the moment, we don't have any animations, so we need to create them. And to do that, we need the animations window. So let's go to window, animation, and animation. Let me drag this window to the bottom. And I will also move the projects tab to the side. Remember that you can arrange the tabs and windows as you want. And now to create our first animation, make sure that you are selecting the player game object and just click the create button inside of the animation window. And now I just need to select the sprite for the animation. So let's grab the 3 sprites. We will set the frame rate to 12. This is quite standard. And if we hit play, we can see a small demo of the animation playing. And now we just need to repeat the same process 3 more times, one for each direction. So create new clip and I'll see you back when I finish. And now that I have the 4 directions, I need to create another one for the idle position. And this is the animation that is going to be playing when we are not moving. So I'm just going to grab this one that is facing down. And it's basically going to stay still. This one is not going to do anything. And now if we go to the animator's view, we will see all the animations that we created as states, and you can use this view to make your animations. You just need to define the transition between the states, but we are not going to do it that way. So we will delete all the states and instead we are going to create a new state from a Blendtree. After that, we just double click on the Blendtree and we need to change the blend type to 2D simple directional. And as we can see, now we have 2 parameters. We will name them horizontal and vertical. And now we just need to add the clips. So let me grab the project tab. And as you can see, now we have a motions list. This list is empty, so we need to add a new motion field. We need to do that for every single animation that we have. So in our case, we are going to add 5, 1 for each direction and 1 for the idle animation. And then we need to drag our clips inside of these fields. And after we added all the clips, we just need to arrange them. So we need to make sure that every clip is in the correct position. I will initially place them just by hand, and after that I will just change the values to make them more exact. And for the final part, we just need to set the values for the horizontal and vertical parameters, and we will do that in the movement script from the previous video. First thing that we need is a reference to our animator, so I will make it serializable. So let me create a serialized field, private animator. I will name it anim, and I will also create a new method to process all the animation. So after we process the direction, we process the animation. And now we just need to get the value from our movement direction vector and send it to the animator. So in order to do that, let's create a method, and we will get the reference of the animator, and we will use the method setFloat. This method is to set a value, and the first parameter is the name of the parameter. In this case is horizontal, and for the value I'm going to use the movement direction dot x. The same for the vertical, but instead of using the x, I'm going to be using the y. And this way, whenever we move and we calculate the movement direction, we will also be calculating the animation, and it will change accordingly. Now we just need to go back to the editor. We have to add the reference to the animator, and we also need to disable the sprite so we can see the animation. So we can click play now. We can see that when we move, the animations are played, and as soon as we change the direction, the animation also changes. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. As usual, if you have any questions or any suggestions, please leave them in the comment section, and don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel.